Virtue signaling refers to the act of showing others that you have good values, beliefs, or morals, often through words or actions that are meant to make a statement. It is commonly done to gain approval, boost social standing, or appear as though one is aligned with certain ethical standards. Virtue signaling doesn't always require deep involvement in the cause being promoted. For example, someone might share a post online to show support for an issue without actually taking further action to help. Now let's look at some examples of virtue signaling that are safe and easy to understand. One example of virtue signaling is when someone wears a pin or a badge for a cause but doesn't take any additional steps to support it. For instance, they might wear a pin for animal rights but continue to support practices that harm animals. This action shows support in a visible way, but doesn't involve much effort or commitment. Another example is when someone posts on social media about donating to a charity, but does so mainly to get likes or comments. They might not have made a significant donation, or even have a real connection to the charity, but they want others to see them as generous and caring. A third example could be seen in someone publicly thanking others for doing good deeds to appear supportive. For instance, they might praise a community cleanup project, but not actually participate themselves. This lets them align with the effort without investing their time or energy. Now let's move on to some criticisms of virtue signaling. One criticism of virtue signaling is that it can feel shallow or insincere. When people focus on appearing good rather than actually doing good, it can come across as empty. For example, wearing a pin or sharing a post without taking meaningful action might not create real change, which can make the gesture seem hollow. Another criticism is that virtue signaling can sometimes overshadow the actual cause. If people are more concerned with being seen as supportive than addressing the issue itself, it can divert attention away from the real problem. This might result in less effort going towards solving the problem and more energy going toward boosting social image. Finally, virtue signaling can discourage genuine involvement. When others see someone receiving praise for small symbolic acts, they might feel like that's enough too. This can lead to fewer people taking meaningful actions, as they might believe showing support on the surface is sufficient.